Hello all my 90s. How are you all? Welcome to your maths online class. Dear students, in the previous video, I gave you the explanation of exercise 6.1 of your chapter number 6. Hope you must have completed your work. Now today in this video, we are proceeding with chapter number 6 and I am going to explain you the examples in this video. In this video, we are going to discuss example number 4, example number 5 and example number 6 of your NCERT of page number 101. So before starting with the examples, let me explain you a few of the basic concepts. Dear students, these concepts you have already studied in your previous classes. So just a recap of all those concepts so that it will be easy for you to get clear with the examples. Now you know very well about parallel lines. Yes, you know very well about parallel lines. Also you know the meaning of a transversal. Let me explain you once again. Suppose we have these two parallel lines, right? And I have a transversal, a line which intersects both the line, that is known as transversal. Now let me mark the angle. Suppose we have two lines M and N and let me name the transversal as L. Let me mark the angles. This is an angle, of course, yes. So 1, let me mark this also, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. I am talking about all these angles, right? So I have marked all these angles. Now we know that this is the interior region between the parallel lines. So angle 4, 3, 5 and 6, they are known as interior angles because they are in the interior region. So they are known as interior angles, right? And 1, 2, 8 and 7, they are in the exterior region. So they are known as exterior angle, EXTERIORR, right? Exterior angles, right? So angle 4, 3, 5 and 6, they are known as interior angles. Angle 1, 2, 8 and 7, they are known as exterior angles, correct? Now vertically opposite angle we have already studied. When two lines intersect, then these are known as vertically opposite angle. So now, can you tell me what are the vertically opposite angles in this figure? Yes, of course, we can see these two are the intersecting lines, right? So angle 1 and 3, they are vertically opposite, correct? Angle 2 and 4, they are also vertically opposite. From here, these two lines are intersecting at this point. So 5 and 7, vertically opposite. 6 and 8 also forms vertically opposite angle. So when we talk about vertically opposite angles, I can say angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Vertically opposite angles are always equal, do remember, right? Then angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Then angle 5 and 7 are equal. Also angle 6 and 8 are equal. Correct? This is again previous concepts. Now let's move further. You have also studied about corresponding angle. Do you remember the concept of corresponding angle? What were the corresponding angle? Corresponding angle was somewhat like this. Two parallel lines, transversal, one in the exterior region and one in the interior region. Same side of transversal. One in the exterior region and one in the interior. Again, one in the exterior, one in the interior. One in the exterior, one in the interior. Exterior, interior. So from this figure, can we say that angle 1 and angle 5? Yes, of course. 1 and 5, they are forming corresponding. Then 1 and 5, then 4 and 8. 4 and 8. Do remember they are on the same side of transversal. On this side, let's move on this side. So 2 and 6, they forms corresponding. Similarly, 3 and 7, they form corresponding angle. Clear with this? Just see one more thing. Corresponding angle, they form this kind of a shape. Can you recognize this shape? Can you recognize this shape? Yes, they form F. Interior region, exterior region. Correct? So corresponding angles, these are the corresponding angles. Now let's move further. You have also studied about alternate interior angles. कैसे बनाते हैं वो angles alternate? Somewhat like this. Remember, Z formation होता है. So here we can say somewhat like this. So 4 and 6 both in the interior region but opposite side of transversal. So 4 and 6. Similarly, interior region opposite side of transversal. So 3 and 5, they also form interior angles. And when we talk about alternate exterior angles, so which are the exterior angles over here? Alternate exterior angles. So which are the exterior angles over here? We can say exterior 1 and opposite side of transversal 7. So 1 and 7, 8 and 2. We can say angle 1 is equal to angle 7 and angle 8 is equal to angle 2. They form alternate exterior angles, right? Now one more thing. Now let's talk about one more variety of angle, that is co-interior angles, also known as allied angles. इनको allied angles भी बोला जाता है, right? Co-interior angles. So co-interior, again they are on the same side of transversal, both in the interior region, and their property is their sum is 180. That means they are supplementary, correct? Same side of transversal, both in the interior region. So 4 and 5, they are on the same side of transversal. So 4 plus 5, they again forms 180 degree. I think I am clear till here, right? So all these angles you have studied in your previous class also. Just a recall of all these angles once again. Now let's start with example number 4 from your book. Just see the example. This is a figure given to you. It says in figure 6.24, this figure they are talking about. Here they are saying PQ is parallel to RS. So PQ is parallel to RS. MXQ, angle MXQ, where it is MXQ, that means they are talking about this angle. This is given 135. MXQ. MYR, this angle is given 40. Question demands to find angle XMY. Where is angle XMY? XMY. That means this angle they are talking about, right? So just see how to solve this question. Very easy one. The figure I have already drawn. These two angles are given. These two lines are parallel. First of all, we will make a construction. We are going to draw a line parallel to these given lines, and let me name them as A and B. Now just see. This concept we know now. What about these two angles? They are forming co-interior. So 135, we will be finding this one. Why? Because we require this angle. We require this angle, right? So we will find this one. So can we say this angle as QXM? This way, QXM plus, and what is the name of this angle? XMB. Angle XMB is equal to 180. And don't forget to give the reason. What is the reason for this? We can write co-interior angle, or you can write interior angles, or you can also write consecutive angles on the same side of transversal. I like to write co-interior angles, right? Now QXM is given to you, that is 135 plus XMB is 180. Shifting 135 on other side and on subtracting, we easily get XMB as 45 degree. Correct? So this much is 45. Now the remaining part. So what can you say about these angles? Can you recognize something? Yes, they are forming alternate angles. So when this is 40, this will also be 40. Alternate. Now what can you say about this complete? Question wanted us to calculate angle XMY. That means XMY. So can we say that this is equal to 45 plus 40, and 45 plus 40 is equal to 80. That is XMY is equal to 45 plus 40, that is 80. Right? Before that, don't forget to write about this alternate angle, that BMY is equal to MYR. MYR is equal to 40 degree, and the reason for this, alternate angles. Hope I am clear with this angle, and the complete solution I have written for you in my notebook. You can copy it down from here. I will be sending you the PDF, my dear students, and you can copy it down from this, right? Now let's move on with the next question. Now I have example number 5 in front of me. It says, if a transversal intersects two lines such that the bisectors of a pair of corresponding angles are parallel, then prove that the two lines are parallel. So what does the question means? Let me explain you. Question says if a transversal intersects two lines, any two lines, parallel not given, right? Two lines such that the bisectors of a pair of corresponding angle. So where are the corresponding angle? This is also a pair of corresponding. This is also a pair of corresponding. Again, these two are also corresponding. These two are also corresponding. We can take any figure. In your book, they have taken these two angles, so I am taking these two angles only. Bisector. Hope you remember the meaning of bisector. That means angle, this part, let me name this A, B, C, D, E, Q, S. This is again a bisector given. G. These two angles are also equal. Question says that the bisector of a pair of corresponding angles are parallel. That means these bisectors are parallel. Right? And question says prove that the two lines are parallel. That means we have to prove these two lines parallel. What is the name of these two lines? PQ and RS. We have to prove that PQ is, we have to prove that PQ is parallel to RS. What we have to prove? PQ is parallel to RS. So what is given to us? Just check. We are given that this line BE is parallel to CG. Can we say something like this? What kind of angles they are forming? Yes, again they are forming corresponding angles. Which kind of angles they are forming? Corresponding angles. Right? Now, just remember this was the bisector. So, can we say that these two angles are equal? Right? Of course. Right? Again, these two angles are also equal. So, when these angles are equal, if we double them up, when these angles are equal, if we double them up, इसको double करेंगे तो क्या बन जाएगा? ये पूरा बनेगा, right? इसको double करेंगे तो ये पूरा बन जाएगा, ठीक है? And what about these complete angles? ये दोनों कैसे angles हैं? They are again forming corresponding angles. And when they are forming corresponding, we can say that these two lines are parallel to each other. Clear? Once again, just listen. Just listen. This kind of figure, if we take these two are parallels, these are corresponding. We can say that since these two are parallel, so they are forming corresponding. Now, in your question, bisector, this line is a bisector of this angle. That means these two are equal. Similarly, this is a bisector of this angle. That means these two are equal. Right? So, this angle, if we double this angle, can we say this complete? If we double this angle, yes, this complete, right? Because these are the bisectors. So, this complete. And what about these two angles? They are again forming corresponding angles. And when these corresponding angles are equal, we can say that these two lines are parallel. So, same concept we have to apply over here. So, what we are going to write? We can say that since BE is parallel to CG, just see. Since BE is parallel to CG, can I say that angle, which one? This one, right? This one, these two small ones I am talking about, ABE. So, angle ABE is equal to angle BCG. Which type of angles they are forming? Corresponding angles, right? Now, what we are going to do, because bisectors are given, so we are multiplying by 2 both sides. Can I write this as 8 times of ABE and 2 times of BCG, right? The 2 times of ABE का 2 times, that means double किया, तो what we will get? ABQ. So this gives you ABQ is equal to 2 times of BCG. We will get BCS, angle BCS, and they are again forming corresponding, right? They are again forming corresponding angles. So, we can easily say that PQ is parallel to RS. Clear? Just see in the notes, I have written the same thing. The figure drawn, BE parallel to CG given. That means these two angles will be forming corresponding angles. Since BE is parallel to CG and AD is a transversal, we can say that angle ABE, where is ABE? ABE will form is equal to BCG. Forming corresponding angles. Now multiply by 2 both sides. Why we are multiplying? Because bisectors were given. The bisectors BE is parallel to CG. Bisectors were given to us. So we are making them double. The 2 times of AB is equal to 2 times of BCG. ABE का डबल क्या हुआ? ABE का डबल ABQ and BCG का डबल BCS, correct? So ABQ is equal to BCS. And what about these two angles? They are again forming corresponding angles. Since these two angles are forming corresponding, we can say that PQ is parallel to RS. Clear, dear students? Now example number 6 of your book, it says in figure, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF. So definitely all these three lines are parallel to each other. Also it's given EFEA is perpendicular to AB. EA is perpendicular, means forming 90 degree with AB. Also BEF is given 55, that means this much part. Find, you are asked to find X, Y and Z. Just see the calculation for this. See, if the lines are parallel, this is a transversal. If this is 90, can we say that this is also 90? Reason, because they are forming co-interior angles. So this much and this complete forms 90 degree. So we can say that angle C, that means A, C, E and this line, that means this complete is forming 90. When this is 90, can we say that Z plus 55 forms 90? Correct? So Z can be expressed as 90 minus 55, that is 35. So we have the value of Z. Now let us talk about Y and X. Correct? So how can we find Y? Acha, just see, this is a parallel line. Just see over here, these are parallel lines. Again, what can you say about these two angles? Again, co-interior angles, correct? So when this is 55, question demands us to find Y. So easily we can do 55 plus Y is equal to 180. The reason is again same, co-interior angles, right? We can give the same reason, co-interior angles. So how can we calculate Y? 180 minus 55, that is 125. Correct? And now what about X? Now just see, these are parallel lines. Which type of angles they are forming? These are parallel lines, transversal. What about these two angles? Remember, one in the exterior, one in the interior. They are forming corresponding angles. Which angles? Corresponding angles. So that means, can you see? This is a transversal line. These are two parallel lines. So which type of angles X and Y will be forming? X and Y are forming corresponding angles. So when Y is 125, X is also equal to Y, that is 125. And the reason for this is corresponding angles. Correct? Just see the solution quickly in the notebook. As this is the figure, Z given 55, Y, X, all these are given. These three lines are parallel. When this is 90, can we say that this complete is also 90? AB is parallel to EF. AB and EF are parallel and AE is a transversal. So these two will be forming co-interior angles. Angle, which one? What is the name of this one? EAB. What is the name of this complete angle? AEF. So AEF is 180. Correct? This is 90. AEF 180, subtracting, shifting 90. Now, when this complete is 90, can we say that angle AEF is 90? Or in place of AEF, we can write Z plus 55. So Z plus 55 is 90. Again on shifting, Z is 35. Got this thing? Now, what about these two angles? Now, EF is parallel to this line CD and this is a transversal. So 55 plus Y forms 180 co-interior angles. The angle FED plus Y is 180 co-interior. FED, the value is 55 plus Y is 180. On shifting, Y is 180 minus 55. And then Y gives 125. Clear? And Y and X was easy. They were forming corresponding angles. So angle X is also equal to 125. Hope I am clear with all the concepts, my dear students. Please do see the video and do subscribe my channel, like my video. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.